How much do you love the Lord this morning? How much are you appreciative for God bringing us through where we are today? I am. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to still be alive. I saw a mother 2 weeks ago, and her child has COVID-19. The baby's 2 years old. They won't even allow the mother in the hospital. The baby has to be by itself. I don't know how that does for you, but I'd have a problem if they got my baby in there by itself. I think of all the people who've gone through what they're going through, but yet the testimonies that I have seen that have come from COVID-19. I've heard praises. I've heard people more in the last 10 weeks give credit to God than I've ever heard in my life. I've heard more people talk about prayer than I've ever heard people talk about prayer. I've seen people hungry to have God again. Now here's the thing about it. We're Christians. We come to church, but what have we come for today? I've come to praise God. I am happy and thrilled that God's hand has been upon my life and my family. How about you? Your family. We are a blessed group of people today, guys. Come on. We're blessed. And to me, this is what it does to me. It makes me stop and realize how much more I love God. Because God does more for us than we ever do for Him. Am I not right? I love being back in church with you. I do. I love being here with you. And when this is over, you better get ready. I've been missing a lot of hugs. Some of you, I'm telling you, I'm going to grab your neck in a heartbeat. It's going to be a shindig when this is over with. I can't help it. I love you. But I love God this morning. I love Him because I feel Him here. I love Him because He's real. I love Him because He's protected us. I love Him because I'm able to stand here today and acknowledge how great He is in our hearts and lives. Come on, folks. We might have been down, but I'm telling you, we're not finished yet. And God's not finished yet. And there's still a lot of stuff that can happen for the glory of God. I just want to praise Him this morning. How about you? You say, oh, I don't feel like praising Him. I don't feel like standing up. Well, listen, I'm gonna talk to the choir. But I've seen some of y'all in Walmart, and I timed it, and y'all stood up in Walmart for over 45 minutes. So don't tell me we can't give God 5 or 10 minutes of church. Come on. God is worth everything today. Whoa! Oh, I love it. I praise Him. How about you? Sing this song with me. Darren, give me a little bit on this, please. Talks about how much we love Him. Simple song. Oh, He loves you and me. Thank you, Lord. Well, Lord, He loves you and me. Oh, He gave His life. What more could He give? How He loves me. Oh, love you. Oh, how He loves me. How much do you love Him? Oh, how He loves you and me. Just a little bit. Here we go. What about how good God has been to us, Martha. A lot of us have lost loved ones. A lot of us have gone through some dark times here lately. Some of you have been back against the wall here lately. Some of us have had nights that we're lonely or we're apprehensive or we don't know what's going to be tomorrow. Some of us have family who have been laid off. Some of us, our finances have been pushed to the limit. Some of you have been in places where you're totally afraid. And you say, well, how can I make it? Or how can I do that? Or how can I go through this? I'm going to tell you, the only way we're going to get through this is by the love of God. Amen? Every time that you get pushed, you got to remember, God is there. Every time the devil tells you you're going to lose, you got to remember God said you're going to win. Every time that the doctor says something good can happen, you have to remember my God can do all things. Oh, hallelujah! My God can do great things in my life. You know why? Because He loves us, folks, with all His heart. He loves us with all of His heart, all of His might, all of His strength, and everything He's got. So I want to sing this song again, and if you both will lift your hand and close your eyes, and I want to sing it to Him. Oh, because He loves us with all of His heart. Come on, sing it again, guys. Come on, sing it to Him. Come on. Oh Lord, I love you. With all my heart, I love you. Oh, I love you. With all my might, I love you this morning, Lord. With all of my strength, I love you. Because you're my provider. You're the one that covers me. You're the one that makes a way where there's not a way. You're the one that touches my family. You're the one that protects me when I ride down the road. You're the one that protects my home, God, when I'm asleep and I don't even know the trouble's around. You're the one who provides. Oh, you're the one who loves me when I'm unlovable. You're the one who makes a way in my life when there is no way today, God. And I love you with all of my heart. Oh, I love you with all of my heart right now, God. I praise you for who you are and what you are and what you're going to do right now, God. I pray, Lord, that you're going to touch us and we're going to leave this place different in the name of Jesus. Come on, tell him one more time, Lord, I love you. I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord. I love you. Come on, folks. We don't tell him enough. We don't tell him enough how much we love him. I love you, Lord. With all my heart, I love you, Lord. With all my heart. I praise you today, God. I praise you in Jesus' name. I praise you. Turn with me in your Bibles to the book of Luke, chapter 23. The book of Luke, chapter 23. I have really battled over this message today. Because today is Memorial Day. Today is the day of coming back together. And then it's a Sunday morning. But God's given me a message that I never dreamed I would have. And I want to share it with you today. And here's the title of my message. Only by God's grace. Only by God's grace. You believe that? Would you stand one more time for God's reading of His Word? Luke 23, verse 32. Verse 32. There were also 2 others, criminals, led by him to be put to death. And when they had come to the place called Calvary, there they crucified him, the criminal on one side and one on the other, on the left. And Jesus said, Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they do. And they divided his garments and cast lots. And the people stood on, looking on, but even the rulers with them sneered, saying, He saved others, let him save himself if he is Christ, the chosen of God. And the soldiers also mocked him, coming and offering him bitterness or bitter drink or sour wine, and saying, If you are the King of the Jews, save yourself. And an inscription also was written over him in the letters of Greek, Latin, and Hebrew, saying, This is the King of the Jews. Then one of those, or criminals, who were hanged blasphemed him, saying, If you are the Christ, save yourself and us. And the other answered and rebuked him, saying, Do you not even fear God, seeing you under the same condemnation? And we indeed justly, for we receive the due reward of our deeds, but this man has done nothing wrong. This man has done nothing wrong. Father, I pray your blessings on your word. I pray you will touch us and guide us. Give me the right words to say, that hearts and lives may be blessed for your glory. And we're going to praise you for it. In Jesus' name we ask. Amen, amen. How about waving somebody on the other side? Come on. If you can leave them, blow them a kiss. Dan, if you will, give me a little bunch on my mic, please. Come on, tell them you love them. Hey, you ain't had a chance in 8 weeks to tell them you love them. Lord, if I go 8 weeks without telling Nan I love her, she'll go to the store and spend some more money. So I tell her I love her. That's right. Let me just say again, it's so good to see you in the house of the Lord today. I am so glad to be here with you and to worship the Lord with you today. And I believe God is going to bring us through this stuff, and we're going to see God's hand in a special way. I really believe that with all my heart. I believe senses of revival are coming and God is going to touch. And I pray that you join with me in believing what God's going to do. And I want to read a little story to you today. I just love short stories. I love how they kind of set the tone for where we're going and what we're doing. And this is one that maybe to some may be a little edgy. But just hang on, grab your bootstraps and hold on just a second and listen to this thing out of what happened. I was reading the story of a minister who was traveling on a plane. He had been contacted about speaking in another city. He was sitting there on the plane. If you've ever flown on the plane, they always have a certain, like a little grace time. And then they'll say, all in, doors are closing. And once that door closes, it pretty well takes an act of Congress to open that door back up for anyone else to get on the plane. And right before they closed the doors, this young girl would come up the stairs and screaming, hold on, I'm coming. And they just opened the door back up, and she got back in. She came in, of all places, she came in and sat down right beside this minister. She was a young girl. He said a very attractive girl. Said she come and just running down the aisle, flopped down right beside him and go, shoo, I thought I missed it. You know how we all would be. And said they began to talk. He introduced himself. He said, I'm a minister. Said, I'm married. I live in so-so. I have 2 girls. He wanted her to know he was a man of the gospel and he was a married man. I think, guys, that's important. Come on, we're going to lay the groundwork right off the start. It said when he did, he had his Bible in his lap. And let me just read what happened there. He said that he had asked her, she saw the Bible and asked him, do you go to church? And he said, yes, I am a minister. I guess she forgot. And he began to talk about the Lord. And she said, and stated this, I don't remember the last time that I've been to church. I don't remember the last time that I've even been in a church. And why is that important? Because we meet so many people today, folks, who are not part of a church. Some of us, when we grew up, I had a drug problem. Mama drugged me to every service they had in church, by the hair of the head or the feet or whatever it took. You're going to church, boy. I remember when me and Ann got married, I'd never seen a Disney movie. You know, they come on Sunday night. I tried faking it one night. I tried to play, I put some old beans in my mouth and run into the bathroom like I throw it up. And Daddy said, "Did you get it down?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, get ready for church. We're going to church." You know, wasn't no holding back and not going to church. So we had a drug problem, drug there every time the doors was open. But this girl said, "I can't remember the last time that I've been to church," and all of a sudden she broke down and began to cry. And the pastor asked her, he said, "Are you okay?" And she said, "Yeah, I'm okay." She said, "But you know what? That's a question in my life, and I don't know how to answer it about being in church." And here's where she went. He said, "Do you believe in heaven?" She said, "I do believe in heaven." And here's the question he asked her. "Do you think you'll go to heaven?" And she didn't hesitate, and here's what she said. "Yes, I'll be there." Said, and he asked her, "How do you know you're going to be in heaven?" And now I'm quoting her exactly, her words, what she said. "Well, basically, I'm a good person." She said, "I used to smoke 3 packs a day. I'm down to 1. I exercise every other day. I'm dependable at work. I made my boyfriend last week go get tested for AIDS so we wouldn't have to worry about anything." She said, I have got off of hard liquor. Now, listen to what this girl's saying. She's talking about what she's doing in her life. And the list just went on and on about what she had done to justify herself going to heaven. Now, there's logic about going to heaven. And some of us would sit and talk about that girl and say, "Well, she's crazy. She's not going to heaven." Well, here's one thing I want to share with you. We're not judged, God. Come on. We're not judged, God's judge. Our job is to get people as close to Jesus as we can, because He's a big enough God, He can change hearts and lives. We've already seen that, okay? So now there are some who are probably sitting and thinking and say, "Well, we'll come down on her because I don't agree with her logic." Well, maybe she hasn't been in church in a long time, and maybe she don't realize she needs God in her life, not about the stuff in her life, but the God she needs in her life. And some of us would be judgmental and would say, "Well, you know, that's just crazy. That's a bunch of junk. That's common sense." No, it's not common sense. Now, I'm going to tell you why. I was preaching one day about Daniel and the lion den, and where we had about 30 young people sitting, had kids come in from the football team and everything. The first 3 or 4 rows were just full of kids. And I preached about what happened, and I said, "Well, you all know the story," and I went on. Well, that night, my dear sweetheart got a hold of me, and she said, "You know what? You said everybody knows that story, but you're not for sure that everybody in that church knew that story." Come to find out, there were 5 guys from the football team who were there who had never been to church and never heard about Daniel and the lion's den. And see, we assume that everybody knows about Jesus Christ. We assume that everybody knows about His grace, His goodness, His kindness, His love. We assume that everybody feels exactly like we feel. But I'm here to tell you this morning, everybody doesn't know as much about God as what you feel you know about God. Because we live in a world today where there are a number of people who are lost and feel because they're a good person, they're going to make it to heaven. Now let's turn this around. We talked about her list of things that she felt was going to get her to heaven. Let's talk about people in this church. I want to talk about things I've heard since I've been in this church 3.5 years. And let's see how we feel about this list. All right? Number 1, I've heard people say, "Well, I pay my bills." Well, that's a good thing. I hope you pay your bills, because if you're not, you're going to get in trouble. I'm just going to tell you, I've been on both sides of the fence. Paying your bills is a good thing, and I believe God believes in that, and being fruitful and blessing and doing everything you're supposed to do. Number 2, how about church? And I've heard this so many times. Well, I attend our church when I can. I think about those words, when I can. In other words, we're telling God church is only important when I feel I've got time to go to church. Like I said, when I was growing up, we went to church whether we wanted to or not. I wanted to see some of them crazy Disney movies when I was a kid. Never got to see them because I got married to Ann. I mean, I I said, she said, you lived a deprived life. I didn't know nursery rhymes yet, never seen movies and stuff. And she said, Lord, what have I married into? I mean, I didn't know any of that stuff. Because by George, you were going to be in church. You didn't miss it. And I learned to love being in church. But I'm going to ask you today, do we love being in church? Now, being out of church for 8 weeks is hard, folks. You know, watching on Facebook is great. Watching on YouTube is great. But it's not the same as when you're sitting in the house of God and you're fellowshipping with your brothers and sisters and other people who are backing you up and praying for you and that acknowledgement you get from church. But the list of what I've heard here is, I attend church when I can. Here's another one. Your family. Now, I hear this a lot. Well, I love my family. How much do we love our family? Do we love and appreciate our family? Do we love them enough to pray for them if they're lost today? Some of you have lost children today. And you can't make them live for God. And the only option you have is to do your talking on your knees and trust God that God is going to intervene and the convicting power of His Spirit is going to make a difference in their lives and bring them to a prayer to where they ask God to come into their lives and change their lives. So how much do we love our family? Now, why is that important? Because we're living in a time today where this world is in chaos. Come on. This is not just America, it's not just Greer, South Carolina, but this world is in chaos right now. People are dying by the thousands. People are backed in a corner like never before. And if there's ever a time that we should share what God has given us into our families, today is that time. If there's ever a time, we should be more aggressive for praying and fasting that our families know Jesus Christ. Today is that time. If there's ever a time that we should be hungrier for everyone we know to know Jesus Christ, that day is today. Come on. Number 4. I hear this a lot. Well, preacher, I give when I can. Help me, Lord. Getting deep here. Get through this. Amen. I'm just being a pastor this morning. I'm obeying God. I give when I can. But let me ask you, if there's something you want, do you get it? I'm not looking at anybody. I'm just being fair this morning. You say, Pastor, why would you say that? Because I've been there. I know what it's like when I'd hold my tithes back to go buy a fishing rod. I knew what it's like to hold my tithes back because that wasn't as important to me to give to God and to bless God like He had commanded me to do. I didn't do it. And I hear the thing, well, I give when I can. But yet the fruits of our life show there are other things that are more important that we get when we want to. Now come on, folks, let's go back to what God's Word said. He commanded us. He did not ask us to give. He told us point blank how our lives should be, and it's God first in our life. Let's go to number 5. I feel I'm a good person. I feel I'm a good person. How good a person you inside of God. Now you say, you're just putting us down, Pastor. I told you, hang on to your bootstraps. I ain't there yet. We're getting there. Hang on, baby, because we're coming in for a landing here in a little bit, and you see where I'm going. But think about it. I'm a good person. Here's another one that I hear constantly everywhere I go. I read the Bible when I have time. How important is God's Word to us? This may be crazy to you. We've been married almost 44 years. Well, the other day she made me mad. First time in 44 years I've ever got mad at her. Now, I'm just lying like a dog. You know better than that. If you've been married, you know what I'm talking about. So here's something I do. If I want to be reminded of how much she loves me, I reached over in the drawer and I pulled out the Valentine's card from last year that she wrote me a letter. I ain't going to tell you what it said. It didn't need your business. But it was good. And after I read that letter, I got to thinking about, this girl loves me. And she cares about me. And sometimes we have to be reminded about how much God cares for us and how much God loves us. And you think about it, in the pandemic that we've been going through, if we're not careful, we'll take for granted the love of Jesus Christ and how powerful it's been in our lives. But honey, we need God right now more than we've ever needed Him in our life. We need His hand on us. We need His touch on us. We need the power of His Spirit on us. We need Him to walk with us. We need to know how God feels about us. How do we do that? We go back and read the love letters He wrote to us of how He loves us and appreciates us, how He cares about us, how He's planned for us, how He has desires for us in our hearts and our lives. Number 7. Sometimes I pray if I have time. Callie's 3. And usually the least one is the one who we let pray. So Callie is not one to wait on saying the blessing. When she's hungry, she is in high gear. And I say, Callie, have you prayed? And she'll say, just like that. I mean, she'll roll in eyes and say, God is great. Amen, this food. And she starts eating. I mean, she's ready to go. She had the point heading in the right direction, but she didn't quite get there. So we're working on her prayer life and her praying. Then the other night, one of us was sick, and she come in here and she said, Papa, are you going to be okay? I said, I'm fine. And she come over there and she knows my knees hurting. She went and laid her hands on my knees and she said, Lord, touch Papa's boo-boos on his knees. And, well, to you that might not mean nothing, but to her, that was an honest prayer to God. She was saying, God, touch my boo-boos on my Papa's knees. You know, prayer has to be an important part of our life, especially in this pandemic we're going through. We have to stay in constant talk with God. It's not about I just pick Him up when things are good and pick Him back up when things get better. No, I need Him every day of my life. I need Him to hold my hand. I need Him to walk with me. I need Him to ride that truck with me. I need Jesus everywhere I go. I need to stay in communication with my Lord. Why? Because He loves me and He cares for me, and I want to know how He feels in my heart and my life. We feel we have a list, and our list, we feel we're proving to God how much we love Him. To really prove to God how much we love Him, we've got to show God how much we love Him. Amen. How much do you love Him today? Here's the key. None of us are good enough for God. None of us are good enough for God. Here's what Paul said. We all have sinned and come short of the glory of God. There's only been one perfect man. He went back to live with his daddy. Come on. His name was Jesus. We're not perfect, no matter how good we feel it. I know someone's out there saying that, sorry, Rascal, he's wrong. That's okay. I've been on my knees with God this week about this. I feel the anointing. I'm just here to tell you today, we're not who we think we are. And we do not have that get out of jail card that's automatically going to get us to heaven. We've got to go back and start renewing and refreshing ourselves with the Lord Jesus Christ and say, God, without you, I am nothing. Without your power, I am nothing. Without your love, I am nothing. Without you, Jesus, I'd be on my way to hell. But through the grace of God, I'm on my way to heaven. Not by my lips, but by Him this morning. Oh, hallelujah. Look at this. We think about the cross of Jesus Christ. There were 2 thieves. Both of these guys were condemned to death. They were not good guys. We kind of feel that. One of them's okay, one of them is a snake, because something changed in his life. But they were both mean people who were condemned to death. Now you got to realize they didn't have to go through the beating Jesus went through. Physician reports stated that Christ's back and the back of his legs was ripped open so bad you could see the organs in his body operate. Now that is a beating. He's weak because of loss of blood. He's got 3-inch thorns drove into his head by bamboo rods to beat in his head. The poison off of those thorns are enough to put a body in shock. Their poisonous vine is there in Israel. So Jesus has endured 10 times more than these other two cats on beside him. So here's what it talks about. Matthew 27, verse 44. We see where both men taunted Christ. In other words, while they're hanging on both sides of him, they're talking about him. Now, I put this in layman's terms. I don't know what all said, but I can imagine some stuff that may be close. So listen to this. While they're hanging on the side, I can hear one of them now saying, "Oh, King of the Jews, huh? Boy, you really look like a king over there. Not much of you left over. Come on." They weren't talking nice to him. They were cutting him down. They were hateful to him. Here's another one. "Oh, pretty tough being a Messiah today, isn't it? Oh, do some of that Messiah stuff. Come on, get us off this cross. And if you're so powerful, do something for us." Here's another one. How about if one of them said, hey, Jesus, you're the Messiah, you was a carpenter, you ever seen nails this big in your daddy's shop? Come on. They're throwing jabs at him, left and right. How about a little bit of miracle today? You're so powerful, set yourself free, get us off this cross. So they're taunting him, making fun of him. Now, let me ask you this. What kind of list did they have to give to Jesus that day? They didn't have one. They were ridiculing him, making fun of him. They were tearing him down. But look at this. Both of these guys were getting what they deserved because they were thieves. Not because of their actions, not because of their deeds when Christ set them free. Not because of their list telling God, "Oh, I've done this, I've done that, I've done the other." There was no list there for them on the cross. What made the difference for Jesus to invite one of them to heaven with him? His grace, His love. I don't know if you're a basketball fan. I love basketball. I love ACC basketball. Good competitive. I love it. I'm a basketball guy. I love it. I watched that thing called The Last Dance with Michael Jordan. I watched the cut version, not the one with the filthy language. And I found out one thing I didn't know, that when Michael Jordan played for the Chicago Bulls, his dad was at every game. And his dad would do something. See, if you saw that show, you would understand Michael Jordan was such a celebrity that nobody could hardly get to him. He couldn't go to the store by himself. I mean, he couldn't do anything. He was so popular. Everywhere he went, people just gained around him. He couldn't move, he couldn't shop, he couldn't do anything. So when he would walk out of the stadium and go to the bus or go to his car, he would always hold his head down. Now, how many kids would scream, "Please sign my ball," or "Please sign this card"? And he didn't really have time to do that, or he'd have been standing there for hours. But his dad did something I've never heard of in my life. In every game, his dad would sit right behind Michael on the bench. And in every game, while the game's going on, he would scour the place where Michael played. And if he saw a kid somewhere up there in the nosebleed section, because there's always little fans there. You see kids at a baseball game going with a glove and, hoping to catch a ball or something happen. He'd find a kid somewhere up there in the nosebleed who would never have a chance of meeting Michael Jordan. And when the game was in the fourth quarter, minutes ago, his dad would get up and go to wherever that kid was. He'd introduce himself. He said, "I'm Michael Jordan's daddy. Would you like to go in the locker room and meet him?" Now tell me how you'd feel if you were a kid. Never having a chance to see Michael Jordan. And he would take that kid by the hand, lead him after the game into the locker room, walk by all those superstars, walk right up to where Michael's locker is, and Michael would be waiting on him. And that little kid was standing there, timid, most of them. I saw one. He started crying because he was so intimidated meeting Michael Jordan. And he had his basketball, and he was so nervous he forgot to ask Michael to sign it. Michael picked him up, put him in there in his chair, and sat him down and said, "Give me that ball." And he signed it, wrote his name, and then he picked the young one up and put him in his lap. He said, "Do you want to be a basketball player?" "Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I want to be a basketball." I meant Michael Jordan. Then Michael's dad would take him back out and take him back to his mom and dad. And I guarantee you could not have shut that kid up because he met Michael Jordan. He sat in Michael Jordan's chair and Michael Jordan signed the ball for him.
Right.
Now, did that kid deserve to go in the locker room? No. He's not allowed to go in the locker room. But what happened? There was one who interceded for him, who looked and saw the need on his little face. And he went and got him, and he told the guards, get out of the way. I'm Michael's daddy. I'm carrying this kid in there to meet my son. And when he did, they'd get back out of the way, and he'd walk right straight through the media, through everybody else, and take that kid to meet Michael Jordan. He was not deserving to be there. He was not allowed to be there. But somebody went and got him and said, while you come with me, I'll take you places you've never been before. I don't know about you folks, but I was headed for hell. I was deep in sin. I was trying to put my list together and nothing was good enough for the blood of Jesus Christ. But all of a sudden, he came down out of his glory and he come got me by the hand. And he said, I don't care who says you're unworthy or where you're not supposed to be. He said, I died. Oh, I died for you, and I'm here for you. Come on, you're going places. Oh, you've never been before. I'm going to take you to see things you've never seen before. Why? Not because of my list, not because of who I say I am, but because of who He is, and because of His grace, and because of His love, and because of His power. I'm going to take you where you've never been before. Hallelujah! I love you. Let me share this with you. In the last 10 weeks, our lives have changed drastically. We've watched rerun movies because new ones aren't coming out. We've watched shows that happened 2 years ago because there was nothing else. Some of you are Hollywood nuts. Well, Hollywood come to a halt too. Sports come to a halt. No ball games. I don't know about you, but I love watching sports. I do. I love it. Never got to play. Always wanted to. I love watching it, but it's been gone. And we kind of pulled at anything we could get in sports. How about our restaurants? We were so used to just getting our cars and going anywhere we want to eat. Nobody said, oh, you can't come inside. Or you can't do this if you don't have a mask on. Come on. See, we were so used to doing everything we wanted to do that we almost got to the point we took for granted being able to go to a restaurant. How about traveling? I'd love to go to Pigeon Forge. What's the use? There's nothing open. Think about it. I could ride up there, but if I ride up there, I just have to turn around and come back because most of the motels are closed. The shops you want to shop in, the restaurants. I love the Alamo Steakhouse. If you've never been, you need to go. It's the best steak this side of heaven, I'm telling you. Sizzling when it comes out. Ooh, it's good. I want one of them. I ain't had one in 6 years. I want to go get one of those Alamo steaks with a big baked potato. But you know what they said? No, sorry, said we're not open. I'm sorry. So whatever we want has been closed down. Let's go further. How about money? I've seen more people laid off than I've ever seen laid off before. I've seen people who used to have money to do what they want to do, now they have no money to do what they want to do. People have lost their job they've worked their whole life there for. Is it because of their list? No. It's because of circumstances in their lives. How about shopping? I never dreamed I'd see the day where there was never any toilet paper in the store. Come on. I'm not being ugly, I'm just being honest. I had a woman, I went through Walmart one day picking up stuff, and I made a mistake of walking down the paper aisle. Bless her heart, this woman in this buggy literally thought she was at NASCAR. She come around me, I could feel the tailwind coming around me. She hit me with her buggy, slid in there, she said, oh, I thought that was toilet paper. I was going to get it for you as paper towels. Whoever dreamed we'd see the day that you can't go shopping and get what you need. Because all of our lives, we've never been done without. We go get what we want when we want it. Come on. We've gone where we want when we want. We've had the money to do what we want to do. Lastly, having fun. You know what? When everything's closed down, it's hard to have fun, isn't it? When everything's come to a grinding halt, it's hard to have fun. It's changed our lives dramatically. It's changed the way you think. It changes the way you approach going in the store. It changes how much money am I going to spend. It changes where I'm going to eat. I don't know about y'all. It might bother y'all the restaurants ain't been open. I love Ann's cooking. Bless her heart. She's cooked more good meals. Woo, I put on a few pounds. Shut up. I don't want to hear nothing about it. But it's been good. And, you know, I still like to go to Waffle House. We haven't been able to do what we want to do. Is it because of our list? Well, I can do this, or I have that, or I have money. Why you not letting me in that restaurant? Come on. It's not because of our list that entitles us to get where we want to go. It's about the circumstances. Let's go a little further. And for us to be what God wants us to be, it's not about what God I give, or I love my family, or I go to church, or God I do this, or I pray every night. It's not about our list, folks. It's about the grace of Jesus Christ that you're here today. If not for the grace of God, some of you could be dead today. Come on. If not for the grace of God, when we were in sin, God could let us die. But no, He took an angel, put His hand between our car and some heathen, and saved our lives. If not for the grace of God, when we were deathly sick, we could have died, but yet God came on the scene. He said, I'm not finished with them, and I'm not through with them. It wasn't because of the list we have. It's not because of what we say we do. It's about the grace of Jesus Christ. It's about Him saying, you belong to me. And no matter what the devil does, I will take care of you. Well, I'll take care of you. I don't know about you, but I'm thankful for what God's doing for us. I'm thankful that God's kept His hand on our lives and touched us in a special way. See, I've seen death from this COVID-19. I've seen people that their lives are out of control by something they can't even see. I'm glad God has been with us. I'm glad He still loves me. I'm glad He still cares. I'm glad He still thinks about me. I'm glad He's still planning for my future and your children and your life and your job and your money and where we're going to go. Who does that? The one who hung on the cross. The one they made fun of. The one they taunted. But yet even being taunted, what did He do? He turned to one of them. He said, this day you will be with me in paradise. Not because of the list, but because of the grace of Jesus Christ upon our lives. I don't want to ever take the Lord for granted. I don't want to take for granted being able to worship in God's house. I don't want to take for granted that I can still have food on my table or have friends and share our love. I don't want to take that for granted because without Jesus Christ, none of that would be possible today. Won't you stay with me? I love Jesus because He first loved me. Sing it with me now. Oh, how I love Jesus. Come on, tell me how much you love me. Oh, yes. Oh, It's not about our list. It's not about who we think we are. But because of the grace of God, we're here today. Because of the grace of God, we've been protected. Because of the grace of God, we're standing here today. Because of your grace and your love, our lives have been totally different. I pray, God, that we remember who you really are to us. That we remember because of the grace of Jesus Christ, our lives have been changed. No longer am I in sin. No longer am I depending on my list, but I am depending on you and your love and your grace and your kindness for us. I pray blessings over every person here today. I pray for those who are watching on Facebook. God, that you will reach out and touch hearts and lives. Whatever the need may be in their life, I pray, God, reach down and touch them. For those who are lost, who don't know you as their personal Savior, who don't know about the love of Jesus Christ, I pray, God, that they pray the sinner's prayer. Lord, will you forgive me of my sins? Will you come into my heart? Will you hold my hand? Will you pour your grace upon my life and use me for your glory? I pray now, God, that you will touch in a special way. God, direct us. Use us, God, for your glory and all that we do, that we remember who we are by the grace of God today. In Jesus' name we pray. I need someone to come down. I'm going to pray for Darren this morning. Let's pray for his need. Come on, guys. We can pray at a distance. We don't have to be right on top of somebody. And he's going to pray for you. It sure is. He knows we want to pray for him. Come on, stretch your hand this way before we go home. Don't forget your giving. You can give back there by the sound. Put 2 plates here. car over here. You need a mask, pick one up. We love you. Be careful. Be careful. God bless you. We'll see you back next Sunday morning. Don't forget about Facebook on Wednesday night. Also, this will be posted today too. God bless you. God bless you.